We've all been there, right? Tossing and turning, wrestling with your pillow, trying to punch it into some kind of comfortable shape, only to wake up with a stiff neck. Well, the search for that perfect pillow feels like this never-ending quest. But what if the answer isn't in some department store aisle, but in a science lab?
It's a serious question to ask yourself, because that soft, fluffy thing you lay your head on every single night might just be the secret culprit behind your bad sleep and those morning aches and pains. I mean, it might feel comfortable, but is it actually doing its job? Now, think about this for a second. You spend about a third of your entire life sleeping. A third. That's way more time than you'll spend in your car, or at your desk, or even eating. So when we're talking about the equipment you use for a huge chunk of your life, shouldn't we ask what science says is the right choice?
Okay, let's dive right into the science. The number one most important job of any pillow is support. Simple as that. And to really get what that means, we need to take a look at what's happening inside your neck when you're asleep.
So here's the key idea: cervical lordosis. I know, it's a big, sciencey name, but the concept is actually super simple. It's just that natural, gentle, C-shaped curve your neck is supposed to have. When you lie down, a good pillow's job is to hold your head in just the right way to keep that perfect curve, so your spine stays in a nice, neutral, totally relaxed position all night long.
To figure this out, some researchers set up this fascinating study. They basically created a pillow showdown. They brought in 3 contenders. You've got the specially designed orthopedic pillow, the super popular memory foam pillow, and of course, the classic feather pillow. The big question was, which one of these could actually maintain that all-important neck curve?
And the test they designed was so direct, so precise, they had 20 healthy people come in and just lie down on each of the 3 pillows for 30 minutes. And while they were just resting there, the scientists were taking x-rays of their necks to see exactly what was going on with their spinal alignment. No guesswork here, just cold, hard visual evidence.
And wow, the pictures that came back are pretty striking. I mean, just look. On the left, you can see a spine that's lost its healthy curve. It's almost completely straight. But then, look at the image on the right. The orthopedic pillow brings back that natural C shape to the neck. You can literally see the support in action. It's incredible.
But the numbers tell the whole story. The orthopedic pillow didn't just hold the curve in place, it actually improved it by over 11 degrees. The memory foam gave a little bit of an improvement, but the feather pillow? Oh man, it actually made the alignment worse, pushing the neck into a really unhealthy position.
So, support is obviously a huge deal, but that's only half the story. Let's move on to our second big scientific clue, because this really builds the case for what makes a pillow great: temperature. You know that amazing feeling when you flip your pillow over to the cool side? Well, there's a real biological reason we do that. It's a simple fact. For your body to fall asleep and stay in that deep, restorative sleep, it actually needs to cool down. So if your pillow is trapping heat and making your head all warm, it's actively working against that natural process, giving you a restless, lower quality sleep. And what's really amazing is how clearly you can see the difference here. After just 30 minutes, both the feather and the memory foam pillows heated up by more than 3 degrees Celsius. That's a lot. But the orthopedic pillow, it barely warmed up at all. And the reason is simple. Its design had these open-ended capsules that let air circulate, so it was dissipating heat instead of trapping. Okay, so the lab results seem pretty clear, right? A supportive, cool orthopedic pillow is the obvious winner. Case closed. Well, not so fast, because this is where our story takes a really fascinating twist. We're about to leave the lab and step into the real world.
So a whole different team of researchers wanted to know what happens with the pillows people actually choose for themselves. They studied 106 people for a full week, tracking everything: their sleep quality, how comfortable their pillow felt, and any symptoms they had in the morning, all on the pillows they personally believed were the best for them.
And what they found is the absolute core of this whole thing, the crucial twist. How comfortable a person thought their pillow was had absolutely zero relationship to whether they woke up with pain or stiffness. The feeling of comfort and the reality of getting proper support were completely separate things. They were totally independent. And this chart just shows you how real that disconnect is. More than half the people in this study regularly woke up with things like neck stiffness, shoulder blade pain, or even headaches, all while sleeping on the exact pillow they had picked out for themselves because it felt comfortable. Their comfy pillow was totally failing them. And if you look at it from another angle, it gets even weirder. So even among the people who woke up with no pain at all, almost a third of them still didn't report having high-quality sleep.
and over 10% didn't even think their pillow was that comfortable. It just proves that feeling fine in the morning is not the same thing as getting a truly deep restorative sleep. Okay, so if our own perception of what's comfortable is basically useless, how in the world are we supposed to choose the right pillow? Well, by putting the evidence from both of these studies together, we can actually build a simple, science-backed guide to making a much smarter choice.
That real-world study also gave us some great clues about which materials actually perform best. Latex pillows got the highest marks for consistently good comfort. And guess what? Confirming what we saw in the lab, feather pillows did the worst, with half of all users rating them as consistently poor.
So what does all of this actually mean for you? Let's boil it down to a simple checklist. Number 1, support beats softness every time. Focus on that natural neck curve, not just a fluffy feeling. Number 2, a cool head prevails. Look for materials that breathe and don't trap heat. And number 3, and this is the biggest lesson of all, your waking symptoms are the only true test. If you wake up with pain or stiffness, your pillow has failed. It doesn't matter how comfy it feels when you first lie down.
At the end of the day, we need to stop thinking of a pillow as just a piece of bedding. It's not. It's a critical piece of performance equipment that you use for 1/3 of your entire life. So tonight, before you go to sleep, just ask yourself, what are you really sleeping on?